Yo, what's up, everybody? Today I'm going to answer some more questions. We got 17 questions in total. The first question is going to be, how do I handle and overcome procrastination? So let's just get right into it, and I'll answer that question. I've answered this previously in the other videos, sort of the similar. There's a lot of similar answers for these questions. So, you got to make a vision board and got to be able to look at it every day. So you kind of do it automatically. Like you just kind of look at these things and you're like, oh, shoot, okay. And then your actions kind of change and adapt automatically to get what you're looking at constantly. So the more you look at it, more often, it's going to be easy. You're not going to be able to procrastinate as much. So also, if, it depends on who you're hanging around. If you're hanging around a bunch of lazy people and bad people, you're probably going to be, similar to them. So, you become who you hang around. So, don't be around people who are procrastinating. Be around people that are like getting ahead in life. And so you'll ultimately probably become like them. So next question. Question is, how can I develop my own personal style? You know what? It's very easy, actually. I've gotten my style. Obviously, it's like not super stylish right now, just because it's comfy. But I have a decent style, and I've actually gotten my style because I've looked at what other people do, like other people, friends I've had throughout my life. I'm like, whoa, that looks really good. Like, whoa, where do you go? Like, actually, there's one person. He actually had really good style for his clothes. And no joke, I'm like, bro, where'd he go shopping? And he's like, all right, I'll take you shopping. So we went to the mall and, he helped me pick some stuff out. Cause I'm like, dude, where do you get all your stuff? Like, I want to, you gotta get, I always give him some credit. So anyway, I got, some of my stuff from him. So I had a girlfriend a long time ago. She was on my case. She's like, you got to dress like better. And so actually, she went shopping with me too. So that's just like a couple things I've seen. So, just looking at what like other people are doing that are better, like some, it's pretty simple. Just ask, when you see people have good style, ask them, hey, how'd you do this? Where'd you do that? Blah, blah, blah. It's very simple. And then eventually you'll kind of get your own style, and you'll kind of mix and match. You can like mix and match stuff and be creative. So number 3, how can I maintain a healthy work-life balance? Really actually depends on how much you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want to get. Sometimes there is no balance, and people will say there's no balance. But if you're doing something that you really love, then of course it's just going to be like normal life. Work is going to be life. So you're not going to have like such a work-life balance. Just be going about life, and hopefully you've fused in what you really like with your work. So, you'll ultimately internally know when you're so miserable and you're like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm not gonna be this miserable. And that's usually the point at which a lot of good things happen. Where you're like, look, I can't take it anymore. I'm not willing to be this miserable. So, your body will tell you internally what to do. So, how can I cultivate gratitude and a positive outlook on life? I once had a bad day a long time ago, and there's a bunch of homeless people that live like way down the street from me. And so I was having such a bad day. I walked down the street by them just to kind of remind myself, I do have a pretty nice place. And I have food in the fridge, and I can live here for quite a while. So, without having to worry about the bills so much. So, you just got to look at what you got, and, as bad as it sounds, just go down the street and walk on the same streets as a bunch of homeless people. And you're like, well, there's a lot more people that are in a worse situation than you. So, that's one way. You don't have to do that every single day. But it's good to have perspective. So if you have food in the fridge, a little money in the bank, and you're not stressed on your bills so much, that's a lot to, have gratitude for. If you don't have any of that, then that's another problem. Next question, how can I become a better problem solver? If you think a lot and you spend time around a lot of people that are better than you, you will ultimately become better. And if you listen to a whole bunch of audiobooks from like a lot of the great people, I've listened to probably 100, 200 audiobooks. You'll be able to understand how to make decisions better. And also the decisions, you should listen to Think and Grow Rich. And when you make decisions, they should abide by certain principles. You shouldn't be lying, when you make decisions. Like a lot of audiobooks, and you have to understand, have a lot of information under your belt in order to make decisions. And asking people who've made a lot of good decisions, call people, hey, what do you think about this? Sometimes, it's good to have a second opinion. Sometimes I call my older brother, and he actually has a lot of good ideas. So, how can I handle rejection and disappointment? Get used. I already answered this question before. Get used to it. It's normal. Number 7, how do I develop healthy relationships with friends and family? just be a healthy person yourself, and you will just be a healthy person yourself, and that'll happen naturally because, you'll naturally find the right people to be healthy with. If there's friends and family that are not healthy, then they're not going to mix well with you because you're being healthy. So you just have to be healthy yourself. It's pretty simple. Number 8, how can I stay inspired and creative? I've answered this before. You just exercise a lot, work out, preferably in the sun. It's not that bad to drink coffee, to be honest. It can kind of help. If you're not that it's not like the worst thing in the world, but that definitely helps staying motivated. And like I said, like having updated vision boards. So like once you accomplish something, so you don't want the goal to be like too big. Any goals, you want to have it like broken down into like parts. So you don't want to have like some massive goal. You like break it into chunks and you're like, okay, I want to do this part of this goal. So you take, let's say a goal of 10 years, it's going to be too big if you look at it. Well, what if we just try to get this much done in the first, 6 months or month or year? You break it into like increments. Number 9, how can I maintain good mental health? Exercise, workout, preferably in the sun again. Like I said, do a lot of sports and hobbies, preferably around healthy people. Coffee's not so bad, to be honest. Actually, I cracked a little while ago. Actually, I've been drinking a little bit of caffeine lately. So I know I made that video, Life's Better Without Caffeine, but I just, whatever. I got back on the train. So maybe I'll get back off. Who knows? Number 10. How can I overcome my insecurities and self-doubt? Well, you have to have victories, like I said, improving a lot. If you look in the mirror and analyze yourself, you'll be able to figure a lot. Just spend a lot of time looking in the mirror, and you'll realize a lot. I actually realized a lot of my insecurities and self-doubt when I stopped drinking. I would drink alcohol, like let's say I'd go out to cover up my insecurities and self-doubt. So when I stopped doing that, I started realizing, oh wow, I have insecurities here, I have self-doubt there. I started writing them all down. I started fixing them all in my life. So. Next question, how do I handle rejection and disappointment in dating? It happens a lot. I've been on a ton of dates. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I get rejected. Sometimes I reject the person. Sometimes both people are just not into it. Dating's like not super fun, to be honest. But Corey Wayne has a really good book. It's called 3% Man. It's pretty much a dating book, and it gives you a lot of good info if you're going to play that the whole dating game. So I recommend it. Corey Wayne's 3% Man again. Next question, how can I stay motivated and focused on my career? If you pick something that you're excited, if you pick something that you're excited about and you're excited about doing it and you're improving, it's going to be a lot easier to, stay motivated and focused. So you just have to be excited about something. What are you excited about doing? Just think about it before you do it. And you can try things, and if it doesn't work out and you're not into it, then you obviously know you tried it, and so you can try something else. Next question. How do I build a strong personal brand? So you have to produce a good product and give it out over a long period of time. And it's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, work like hell and advertise and have a good product. I don't know if he said I had a good product, but work like hell and advertise and have a good product and give it out over a very long period of time. That is how you have a good brand. So quality over time. Next question, how can I become a better decision maker? This is when it's like, again, it's victories, you become victorious, you make some decisions, you get some wins, then it makes you more confident. Like I said about audiobooks, listen to a lot of audiobooks, read a lot of books, be around people who are better than you. I've already said this. Not sabotaging yourself with like massive amount of alcohol and drugs will allow you to make decisions better, because then you'll be in like the right state of mind. You'll have a clear mind. How do I handle changes and transitions in life? It's normal. I used to fight against it, but I figured out it's normal and it's good. It means typically things are improving or about to improve. So like life, you go like this, hopefully, and then you go like this, and then you go like this, and then you go like this, and then you go like this. You could go like this. That's a bad decision. You make a bad decision, you go there, and then you have to like come back up. Or you can make the bad decision, you stay down, and then you come back up. So it's all about making, good decisions. So you just go like this. It's usually like this. If you do make no bad decisions, it's not really like this. I mean, not usually it's like this. At best, it's like this. It's like it goes up and then stays there for a while. Then it goes up. You want to stay away from the going downward, the downward spirals. So happens a lot, like, when people get broken up with or they spiral out of control, they start drinking a lot. Second to last question, how can I cultivate a growth mindset? Well, I mean, it's the opposite. Well, what is the opposite to having a growth mindset? I mean, it's having the stagnant mindset or a reverse, you're going in reverse, which is actually like, that's depression. I mean, in all honesty, when you're going up and you're going towards something with a growth, it's like an antidepressant. So Earl Nightingale, they also say, what is it? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you understand that you're working towards something and it's happening in the future and you're getting better and you're working towards it and you're improving, then it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, it's just, you have to have a growth mindset. I wouldn't even call it a growth mindset. I would just call it like, would you have a positive mindset towards the future improving, So that's what I would call it. And last one, how can I develop a positive body image? You got to work out a ton. You got to be like, have a badass body. You got to run, work out. And the sun's pretty good because then you get tan, unless you just don't tan, unless you just burn. But if you just have if you're just like, I mean, there's really no way around, just like a lot of cardio and a lot of working out, I run 100, 150 miles a month, 3 to 5 miles a day. And, I work out at least 30 minutes of weights a day, at least. So that's what I personally do. So sometimes I work out a little bit more and I run less. So anyway, that's the end of my questions. If you like the video at all, please comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.